Hey, it's Drew again. In the latest in my series of What the Hell is Drew Spending His Free Time On, I'm still working on my Flames of War army, and I've now become convinced that anyone working on Flames of War is probably a closet OCD sufferer because of the amount of detail work necessary. When I think back about the fact that I originally thought I could assemble this company, just this one company, in the space of about 2.5 weeks so I could play with Rich back in the summer, it's adorable. Let's take a look at what I'm doing. This stuff right here, of course, is my dry decks. It's spackling compound, and if you're wondering what the heck I'm using spackling compound for, it's to put the bases on these minis, on these collection of figures on their bases. Now, as you can see, I'm using some gloves. I took the other one off because I just broke it in because I was finished, and I wanted to show you what I was doing. And as you can see, looking over here, I've been doing lots of bases and test examples. I think this one here is probably my favorite. It actually looks like ground. Look, cars! And as you can see, these little collections of insects are actually individual figures. This dude here is carrying one of these really weird range viewers. And then mounting them. And I had originally assembled them, as I said, so that I could glue them on top like this, which unfortunately produces this sort of result, which you might say, well, Drew, that looks fine, but you'll notice you can see the bases that the figures have, which really is not that attractive. I've gotten better with putting that grass down, that fake grass anyway, which, for those of you who don't know, is called static grass because it stands up when it gets staticky. And then it looks like real grass, which it doesn't look like over there. So, while this may look like the gayest reinterpretation of La Cage aux Folles does World War II, or a springtime for Hitler in Germany, what's actually going on here is, if you take a closer look at this grouping, you'll see that the basing compound has been put around the base of the minis, so you no longer see that they're standing, so it makes them actually look like they're really there, not these little minifigs. The downside of this, of course, is that the goop is getting on everything, and I'm hoping that I'm getting better. I used to start with this big plastic knife to lay down the compound, but that's when I was doing it and laying it like butter on that stuff. For the detail work, I've been using toothpicks, and I hope I find a better system, because while it works, it's a pain in the ass to put these, especially when you're combining a minifig that has both guys with bases and guys who are lying prone and don't have a base, like that fellow there. My assumption is that maybe I should have waited for the flat guys until after I put the base and it dries. Now, you're probably wondering why the pink, and in case you're not familiar with this particular brand of stuff, it's kind of a little trick, is that this stuff changes color as it dries. So while it's pink now, what you'll notice on the edges there, you can sort of see it, and if you look at my hand here, you'll notice as the stuff dries, it goes from pink to white, which is why it makes good spackling compound and also make great basing compound. Because as you can see on the outside, it's already starting to turn white on the drier spots, and in a couple hours it'll move inwards. And then I can make painting mistakes on top of my spackling mistakes. Because, you know, OCD. Well, that's it for now. I'll catch you guys later.